of it's right. Okay? But 5,000 years ago, you were a lean, mean, running machine. You know things that other people don't know, right? And you know it before other people, which is an advantage. That's why they bring you, right? Person with the spear in the front, person with the spear in the back. This is you, because you know things. That's why maybe it's the pattern of clothing that bothers you when the headaches are bad. That's why you smell things and you say, "Do you smell that?" And your spouse says, "Smell what?" It's because you have this extra built-in genetic sensitivity for headaches. And that sensitivity line is supposed to be I think, it's supposed to be an indicator, like a light on the dashboard. Okay? But a light on the dashboard doesn't help you if it's always on, and it doesn't help you if it never comes on. It only helps you when it can be on or off. And so, I think if we take a kind of a 5,000 year view and back it up a little bit, it gives us a few clues, right? You have to eat at the right times, right? Set a circadian rhythm. And, folks, eat the things your great, 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 great grandmother would recognize, right? People write books on this, right? You go to the grocery store, go in the grocery store and hang a lap. Then just do a lap around and then leave, right? There's no food in the middle of the grocery store, right? All real food is at the edges, right? Everything go bad, they have to replace from the back. Okay? And all the things that can't go bad, they put in the middle. Right? This is reserved for the zombie apocalypse. Okay, this is the real food. Okay? These are all the things your great 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 grandmother would recognize. So, go in, hang a left, go all the way around, then leave quickly, and never go there hungry. Okay, so more questions.
Really quick, you mentioned a heightened sense of smell. You didn't say
Yes,
that word exactly, but I
yeah,
literally am the resident smeller for all the food and whether or not is that associated with
interesting, isn't it?
I just
I
that's
think it would
crazy that
be,
you even said that.
isn't it? But it's recognizable, right? It's there, and you know it's there, and intuitively know it's true, right? And so if you imagine, right? If we have detectors for things, um, I think we're just wired better. Like if you think about this, um, here's an example, right? Uh, if you're wired to detect things, then say even if it's food, right? So say you're sitting at the edge of the forest, okay, and out comes a I don't know out comes a deer, okay, and it walks out in front of you, and it just dies, right? Falls down, and you look at it and say, "Oh my goodness, free lunch," right? It's a calorie poor environment, so it's free lunch, right? And so you say, "Wow, okay, I'm gonna go eat," and so you go eat, and you start to feel sick. You get a little nausea. You don't feel so good. What are you gonna do? You're gonna put it down. Now you don't know because it's 5,000 years ago and you haven't taken any biology yet. You don't know that that animal is septic. It died because its body was loaded with bacteria. But if you have a built-in genetic detector for bad things, then if that detector gives you some nausea, you might put that free lunch down. Because when's the last time you went to a restaurant that made you sick and you ever went back? That gets stored in a certain part of emotional memory. You will never forget the way that thing is. Right? You will remember all the details. You will avoid it. Right? Because if it was perfectly fine, you'd keep your free lunch. Right? Even if some big animal came to contest you for it, right? You hit it over the head with it, right? Or you take your lunch to go, but you wouldn't give up free lunch. Right? It's California environment. Right? And so, these days it's a festival every day. You can eat anything you want, anytime you want. 5,000 years ago, you've got maybe 8 hours to eat, right? And you've got to find. And that's the one thing you do all day, right? Is you answer the question, right? And the question is, what am I going to eat today, right? If you can answer those questions in those 8 hours, hey, you get another day. Right? And if you don't, you might not get another day. Right? So if you have the genetic built-in detector for badness, that's good because You know, it's sort of the, all good food goes bad and all bad food stays good, right? But here's another example. If people get a urinary tract infection, there's a dipstick that you put in, and you try to get one of the squares to light up, right? And so, you know, we're trying to tell if there are bacteria in that urine sample, and bacteria might be in there, but our cells definitely are in there. And how do we tell the difference? Right? Well, if you give the urine sample and they put the little dipstick in, it can light up if it detects nitrites. Now, you've heard that word before already. Nitrites are on the cell surfaces. They encrust the cell surface of bacteria. They're not on our cells, which are also good. But if there's bacteria in there and this nitrate detector goes off, they say, you have a UTI. Here, take some antibiotics. But what if you have a genetic built-in detector for bad things, right? And you ate a hot dog? What's your body going to say? Right? It might say, whoa, wait, that free lunch was not so free. Right? Put that down. It might give you nausea and a headache.